Hello and welcome to a new Loaf About. It's been a while, but I'm just starting out in a new little adventure here, and it's walking the old railway lines, starting with the closest to my house, which is actually the Eyemouth to Burnmouth branch line. And you could say it's a little mini adventure, so I'll say bye bye to Morris and set off. We're actually standing in the middle of the old railway station, and it's actually a car park. But to get down to what remains of the station, you've got to walk down this little path here. That's Burnmouth, but the old station is just along here. Now I'm going to do a complete circular walk, but we're just setting off from the old station here, which is almost right in the middle of Eyemouth, and this particular bit of the railway used to flood quite a bit, and in 1948, the Great Flood, the whole area flooded and it caused the closure of the station and the line. This is the eye water here, and it actually floods quite regularly, not today fortunately, but we've had a real dry spell of about a month lately. I've not done a lot of research on this walk, and I know a little bit about the station and a little bit about Burnmouth station, but that's it. I'm just heading off here. I don't know where the line goes, I don't know whether it's still there. I know that I've got to cross that river at some point, so I'm going to get wet feet, but I've just bought these lovely waterproof socks from Amazon's finest, so we'll see how we get on with them. That's the main road into Eyemouth, and the line used to go under this. There was an older bridge here and it used to go along here and then up and under the Eyemouth to Ayton road. So it used to come along here and under this bridge here, but unfortunately it's been filled in. It's a bit dark and imposing in here, so we can't go any further here. So we'll head back and up onto the road. So the line continues through this wood here, but I can't really go through there because it's a bit overgrown. But it just goes right along the side of the road, and I know that it pops out at the bridge at the other end here. I was wondering why the railway line crossed the road and went along the right hand side of the road, and it's maybe because of this mill. The mill was probably there before the railway, so it would have to cross the road to get past this mill, because that mill runs right along the side of the water. Right, here's the bridge crossing here that I was on about. And the line came round the back of the houses here, which are actually called the Mill Farm Cottages, and goes under here, over here, and into somebody's garden. Now there's no way I'm going to go down into the gardens, I'll probably get chased. So I'll just continue along the roadside here. And I know there's only about 3 houses here, so I'll pop in at the end of them and continue on the line. So that's just past the houses. I think you can get over this gate. So we'll have a look here. Jump over here. Oh. Right, we're back on the line, and the line goes along here for a while, and I've probably come at the right time of year because the nettles are just starting to grow. Oh, I hate nettles. Oh dear. Oh dear, no. Oh dear, stung already. Oh. God, nettles and logs. Oh. God, that wasn't my ankle bone. It's part of that tree. Let's carry on down here. Oh dear. I wish I brought my long socks. Oh. Oh. Hate them. I'm not one of these hard guys that wear shorts all year round, even in the middle of winter. It's the first time on today, and got the old peely-wally legs out. But I do not like can't even say it. I do not like nettles at all, and I've got multiple stings already with that bit. So carry on along here as far as we can go, and there will be a river crossing here at some point, so there should be a viaduct, but we'll have a look. Well, I've come to a dead end, so that was only about 100 yards, so I think to get over here we've got to go down there, and it looks like quite a drop. It's a bit steeper than I thought. We'll make it. It's quite a high viaduct actually when you look at it. And there's 1, 2, 3 pillars. Oh. 3 pillars and about 1,000,000 nettles. Bloody hell. But these pillars are quite big, and obviously made out of brick. A lot of brick in there. Very well made. So I imagine they'd be like a brick skin and a rubble infill, but the viaduct's long gone. So I don't know whether to go right or left to get over this little part of the river here, but that is nettle bound, so I'm not going that way. I'm going to try this way along this little embankment, see if there's a little crossing point. Good chance that, a bit of a jump, but I might do it. I think I've just got to go for it. Hey! I didn't know what to expect in here, so I'll find a picture online of what it used to look like. And the river crossing's coming up in a minute, but it doesn't look too bad. I've got these super duper new waterproof socks off Amazon, so I thought it was a good time to try and see what they're like. But looking at this little river, I don't think it'll be too bad at all. What a super spot! And I know it's early May, but the midges are out already. The nettles definitely are. So I'm just gonna skip over this water and try out my new socks and shoes. Pull them up first. There it goes. Let's see. Well, I have to say, not bad. I can feel a wee bit cold. I don't know if that's wet or if it's just the cold of the water. But I've got this banking to climb up now, and it's full of, I believe this is wild garlic, and don't quote me on this, but I think you can actually eat that. But we'll find out. Dear, bloody hell, man. Give that a miss. Combination of steep banking, wild garlic, which I was holding on to, and holding on to the camera. It's quite a steep pull up there, and would have been a very quick tumble back. It's not going to be like this all the way along here, but what I might do actually is just head off into this field margin. I'm not sure if you're allowed to walk along these margins at certain times of the year, but I'm going to take the chance. I'm not going to put up with that. Tube of Savlon on my legs tonight, so here we go. So I'll just continue up here, which is much better walking, and the track just runs along beside this field in there. We've come to a large cutting here, which I feel I should be down in. I might try to, but everything in nature's out to get you, strangle you and kill you. So I might just walk along the top here and just see where it pops out at the other end. It's actually quite deep cutting. It's quite a deep cutting actually, but there's no way in this world that I could ever walk along there. I'd need full leggings and armour protection. But thank God for the badger paths. I was able to climb up out of there, climb up out from the river up the top, and a little badger path was holding on to the garlic. Hopefully it didn't pull it out with the roots, then I would have been in real trouble, and hold on to the camera at the same time. So I think I'll just continue along the field and see where it comes out at the other end. It must stop because the track is actually on the same level as the A1 along the road there. What I like about these walks is that you're in the middle of nowhere, and the railway lines do just cut straight through all the farmland, all the woods, everything. Not the HS2 by the way, these old country lines. And you are in the middle of nowhere and you're walking along some old badger tracks and a lot of rough ground and a lot of scrambling. And probably most importantly, you're away from everybody. And I'm quite sociable, but on the other hand I hate a lot of people, so it's nice to get away from them. The cutting's levelled out now and the track's getting better. It's actually walkable now. So I'll just do the final curve round to the main road here. Well, that's the first section nearly done, and I'm approaching the main road here. So I crossed over what they call the Eyemouth bypass, and I think the line, it looks as though it's part of the new A1. The new A1's been made over the top of the line, so I'm just going to skirt round the wood here and hopefully catch it round the other side, because it must peel away to the left at some point. For the nettles, now the brambles, the thistles. I'm going to have nations left tonight. Get back down into the wood. There was a hint of a flat track in there, but it was so overgrown there's no way I was going to go into there. So I'm also not going to go onto the A1 because I'll probably get run over. It's a really busy road and there's some idiotic drivers out there, I'm afraid. So it looks as though the line's going to curve round here, and I'm going to just nip along the side of this field and see if I can drop down into it at some point. Problem is I've got this burn across now, but it's really boggy down in here. Oh. Just got to go for it. Oh dear! Close one. That's the main east coast line. You can just see through the trees there. I was hoping to catch a train in it, but I'm not going to hang about. I'm just going to get through here, get out all these nettles and thistles and brambles, etc. And the line, I believe, sort of comes round and goes level with the main line for about a mile and a half, and then we have Burnmouth station at the end. So this section goes on for about always look where you're going when you're narrating. There's lots of twigs and branches on the line here, so you just got to watch what you're doing. So that's as far as I can walk along here. So it just dips down onto this farm track and actually continues alongside the main line up there. And here's an old bridge here, along with a new bridge. But I'm not going on the right hand side of the track, I'm going to continue along the left. And I believe that you can walk along the field margins here, because I have seen a lot of locals walking dogs along here. Out of that bit of the walk. It was hard walking through there, and you can't get on the track because it goes alongside the main line, and you're just not allowed on it. So I'm walking along the field margins, and it's quite a distinct path here, which is good, and this will take me all the way along to the old Burnmouth station at the end. Well, hey, we finally made it at Burnmouth station, and there's not actually a lot left of the station. A couple of old sheds, the station and the station house, but there is quite a bit of history to this line, and it was partly privately funded, I believe, so that people could get their goods and services into Eyemouth. So I'm just going to show you the buildings that are here. But there's a little sting in the tail of this walk today. That was a heck of a walk, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, although I had to do it. But after doing all that, I thought I'm due a little bit of a treat, and the treat is the Berwickshire coastal path. From here on in, you've got the little harbour down at Burnmouth here, which is beautiful, and then you've got this fantastic coastal path up and over the cliffs down to Eyemouth. road is called Burnmouth Brae, and it's almost 45 degrees. I've actually run up here and just about died at the top. But annually they have a cycle race up here, and you've got to get up here in your bike. A few of my friends have done it, but there's no way I'd get up here. I'd need an electric bike. But it really is quite steep. It's just stunning here. You've got two parts of the town. There's quite a lot of houses around there actually, and they go right along the front and they're right on the seafront. So they'll get all the storms coming off the sea. And then there's the other bit along here. But I'm not sure if I can get to the coastal path along here. So I brought you all the way down here, and I've got to walk all the way back up. So the things I do for you. I can't believe I've run up here. It was 10 years ago, mind. I'm waiting in the bus now. Wow, it's absolutely stunning today. I hope you can hear me for this wind. You do get a lot of offshore wind, and that's how I got my top on. Although it looks really warm and it's the warmest day of the year so far, you do get this offshore wind, which makes it quite cool. But I'm going to shut up now, and I'm just going to let you enjoy the views. Spectacular they may be, the Berwickshire coastline. that's the walk nearly done now. That's the coastal path done and out of the way, and the old station's right at the other end of the harbour. But before I go there, I've just got one more thing to do, and that's to walk right round the harbour and right along what they call the bantry on the bay, and then go for the best sandwich in the world. Michael, how you doing? Aye, got you.